Reverend Andriette, and this is Point of Power. Recently, in one of our workshop sessions, we revisited this, it's called There's a Hole in My Sidewalk, or I've seen it called, Life in 4 Chapters, or something. Regardless, here's the point that, well, let me just read part of it for you. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. Oh, Lord, I'm lost. I'm helpless. What I know for sure is that it isn't my fault. I don't know how I got in here, but it isn't my fault, and it takes me forever for me to find a way out of this hole in the sidewalk. Now, if you're really listening closely, you know this is a metaphor for the way our lives unfold. The next chapter. I walk down the same street, but of course I do, where there is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same situation again, but I know for sure this isn't my fault. It still takes a long time for me to get out. I'm not responsible for either time. Life is just happening to me, and it's very unfair. Here I go again. I walk down the same street. Now, some of you, we're chuckling, but my prayer is that we can see our life unfold in this. I walk down exactly the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I still fall in. At this point, it's a habit. I just am falling in the hole in this street. It's there. I walk down it, I fall in the hole. It's just what I do. It's my relationship with that experience. Here's what's also true. It isn't my fault. I know where I am. My eyes are open. I now take responsibility, and I get out immediately. Here I go again. I walk down the same street. There for sure is the deep hole in the sidewalk. This time I walk around it. Continue on my way. The next time I walk down another street. Now, that gives us a lot to consider, that this notion of our power to create, often I think we use it up in our repetition and our energy of blame and shame and sense of fault. That all of those words, fault and blame, because fault, you have to determine who's to blame. It's somebody's fault. It's not my fault. Or at some point I decide it is. I suggest we just move from that. The question really becomes, am I willing to take responsibility for what's going on in my life? It's my life. I'm choosing what street. I see the dang hole. I either fall in it, or I walk around it, or I say, you know what? I could make another choice. Here's the bottom line and our point of power. Just like we are at choice in that amazing moment at the end of the story where I walk down another street, that could have happened in chapter 2. It could have happened in chapter 3. It could have happened in chapter 4. The good news is, and your point of power, is the choices we make, we can make them whenever we are ready to. And that, your power of choice, of free will, that's your point of power.